makeup video, and today we are doing Wonyoung makeup, and her makeup is so pretty. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, how's she real? Anywho, that's what we are going to be attempting to look like today. But of course, my features are a lot different than hers, so we'll see how it goes. Before we get started, if you want to see more like this, like and subscribe. And if you have any recommended videos to do, go ahead and comment too. So first things first, you want to prep and prime your face, of course, like always. It's the first step that you need to be doing, like wash your face, put on moisturizer. First thing I'm going to start with is my eyebrows, because she has pretty straight eyebrows, and mine are decently straight, but they're not the straightest, and they're also not the most filled in. So I'm just going to try and straighten out the bottom as much as I can. I don't want it to look too crazy. Make it look softer. And then on this one, and I'm just trying to keep this towards the end mainly. And then you just want to brush them out so it kind of smooths it all. So now they're looking pretty thick, but that is what I'm gonna use the next step for. And instead of foundation, I use this Bear With Me concealer, because it's like a serum and I just think it's more hydrating. And I'm gonna take this concealer brush and I'm just going to outline my eyebrows. There's that. So now I'm going to take this concealer brush, pat that all in, and I'm making sure to pat and not drag, or that leaves streaks. Yay. Then I'm going to take some more of the concealer, because now that's my eyebrows, and I just want to do my base now. So I'm going to take more of this concealer, and I'm just going to try and apply it to the center of my face, because I usually drag it out. So I just put it all over the center of my face, on my chin, my nose. I already put some on my forehead pretty much, under my nose. And then I'm gonna take this foundation brush. I'm just gonna pat it. I'm like, most of the stuff is in the center, but I'm just gonna like drag it out so we get the most coverage right here. That is the first layer. And now to conceal with a lighter concealer, because I already use concealer. But I'm gonna take this one and I'm just going to put it under my eyes, just any places that you need to lighten, so like blemishes and all that. If you can still see them, from the first layer, just put on that. But I'm also going to be mainly keeping this on the center of my face. And then I'm going to take the foundation brush again. I'm going to use the same thing. Okay, so that is the base. It's looking really, really smooth, which is great. And normally after this I would contour, but Wonyoung doesn't really contour too much. So I'm still going to contour, but mainly just my nose. And I'm going to keep it, try and keep it as light as possible. So I'm taking this LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm just gonna put a little bit, and then just 2 lines, starting from my eyebrows down the side of my nose. I'm gonna try and keep them pretty light. And it's okay if it looks a little messy, because I use concealer to fix it after. So there's that. Now your nose is looking all straight and nice. Normally I put like a line right here to make it like a button nose, but Wonyoung doesn't usually do that. So I'm just gonna use my finger to tap it out. And also, if you're more cool toned, definitely find a cool tone contour, because that plays a major difference and it helps a lot. But I'm pretty warm toned, so I lean toward more warm toned concealers or contours. Now I'm going to take this concealer again, and I'm just going to use a concealer brush, the same one I use for my foundation or my eyebrows. And I'm just going to line the sides You don't want to cover up the contour, but you want to definitely clean it up. And I also put concealer up the nose bridge and in between my eyebrows. Then I'm going to use my concealer brush to kind of pat out the sides. And then I use my finger to just tap this part out. So there's the nose contour. It looks pretty natural. And that is what we want. So now, blush. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. camo blush because Wonyoung usually wears pink blushes, like super pink blushes, and she's pretty cool toned, but I'm not, so I'm adjusting it to my face. So use whatever blush fits your skin tone. If you're cool toned, you could probably wear more similar blushes that she wears. But now I'm just going to put this basically under my eyes. You don't want to put it towards the side of your face because she focuses her blush and most of her makeup on the center of her face. So from there, and maybe you could put like a little bit on the nose tip, not too much. I'm going to take this little blending brush and I'm going to pat that out, and I'm going to make sure I'm keeping it pretty close to the center of my face and under my eye. I pat it in a circular motion. Same with this side, because this makes your face look smaller and more filled in because there's more going on. So then pat that out, and I'll just put a little bit on my chin, just a little bit. So that is pretty much all the wet products I'm going to put. So now we're going to start adding the powder. So first things first, I always go in with a pressed powder before I put my loose powder because this smooths your base and it also makes your makeup last longer. So I'm taking some of this on a powder puff. Then I'm just going to put an even layer of this all over my face. And you can see how it makes it like matte instead of real shiny. So now your face is looking all matte and one color. So now it's time to go back in and add the color back. So I'm going to take this bronzer, the infallible bronzer, and a little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use this to go back over my contour. So I'm going to put it in the same spots, so under my nose, and then also up and down the sides again. And the goal I'm trying to get is to make my nose pretty straight, because Wonyoung's nose is literally like perfectly straight down somehow. So yeah, and if it's a little messy, it's okay, because we're going to bake and the powder will help a lot. And make sure you're blending it into your eyebrows so it's not too harsh. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bake before I add blush and stuff. And I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild photofocus powder. I'm gonna take my powder puff again, dip a little bit into there. And if you want the powder to be pretty even, because right now it's like pretty messy, I don't know if you can tell, I just pat it on the back of my hand and that smooths it all out to make it even. And then I'm just going to carve out my nose contour. And I also put some under my eyes because this also brightens. And then I also take some and I put it up the nose bridge. You just want to blend it out up here too. So I'm gonna let this sit for like 3 minutes and I will be back. Oh, the camera's moved. That was weird. Wait. Ah! Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I am back. Now I'm going to dust off all of this. So I'll start with the nose bridge, and then it's pretty simple, just dust it off. And I usually take a little bit of powder and I just go over my nose tip again because that's like the biggest part of my nose. So I like to leave powder there while I do the rest of my makeup. So, and it usually just marinates into my skin and makes my nose contour look better. So now, time for blush. And I'm using this Essence blush. It's like rubbed off. It says Pure Nude Baked Blush in the shade Bold Heart. And all of the products will be in the description. But I'm going to take this blush brush and I'm just going to put that the same place I put the blush earlier. So just right here. right here. And then I'll also put a little bit on my nose. Not too much. And then maybe a little bit on my chin. That looks so cute. You want to make sure you're putting it, see how there's like nothing right here, it's mainly right here? That's kind of what you want. So now, blush is done. Now I'm going to highlight my face. Lately, Wonyoung and all the makeup I've seen of her, usually she has like, her skin is like glowing. So I'm using the Rare Beauty Silk Touch highlighter because this shade is really pretty. It's the shade Mesmerize, and this makes your skin super shiny. So take a little bit on a fan brush. I'm gonna put this on my brow bones, and then for my cheeks, I always look forward, and then I just place it right here in this area because it makes your skin look super reflective, like when you barely turn your head. So yeah, that's just always kind of what I do. This side too, and it looks more reflective on this side because there's a window right there, but since it looks kind of crazy, I take more blush and I just go back over it again to kind of blend it. Okay, now I'm gonna highlight my nose. I take the NYX Jumbo pen, do a little dot, like an exclamation point, smudge that out, and that makes your nose your highlight super good. And then I just go over it with the Rare Beauty, and those two together work amazingly. Look how shiny your nose is. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyes. And so for that, I'm gonna use this Roman, why do I always say Roman? It's Clio Pro Eye Palette in the shade Coral Talk. And I've had this palette for a long time. I really like this shade, if you could not tell. And I think I got this on Yes Style, and I do have a Yes Style code now. So the code is iHeartNat00, all capital. I'll put it right here. Yeah, so if you order this, you should use my code because it gets you a discount. So yeah, I'll put it in the description too. I got you. What I noticed about Wonyoung's eye makeup is usually the top of her eye, like her eyelid, is pretty just one solid color, and she has like a bunch of shimmer on her aegyo and under her eye. So that's what I'm gonna kind of be doing today. So I'm just gonna use this pink shade. I'm just gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna put that all over my eyelid. Okay, now I'm gonna put some of that also on the bottom, on my aegyo. That's like the eye fat right there when you smile. Most people have it. So whenever you do your aegyo makeup, you want to be sure to squint because it helps a lot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and contour my aegyo just because it's probably easier to contour it before you start highlighting. I'm gonna take this Pixie palette. I'm pretty sure it's a contour palette, and it's cracked if you didn't see. But I'm gonna take this fluffy little brush, and I'm gonna squint, and I'm just gonna put this on the center of my aegyo. And then, so I put it on the center, and then I blend it both ways. And when you do it, you wanna make sure you're not connecting the aegyo back up to your eye, but just kind of flick it out and make sure there's like a little space right there. That helps it look a little better, in my opinion. Because that's how Wonyoung does it, usually. Okay, this palette again, and this cream, or not cream, but lighter shades, and I'm gonna put that just to highlight it. See, so that makes it pop a lot more. And this is just with the eyeshadow, and the glitter helps a lot too. I'm gonna start using glitter. I'm just gonna use this palette too, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's like a shimmery pinky gold. I'm gonna put that in the center, and it's like kind of a fine glitter, so you can't tell too much, but it's definitely there. And then I'm going to take this silver kind of glitter, put it on top of that. That one's so pretty. Take this Unleashia palette, which I'm pretty sure you can get on Yes Style as well. I love it, I use it a lot. And I'm gonna take this middle shade because it's a pretty chunky glitter, and you always want to do your chunky glitter last. I'm just going to, look how pretty that is, it's so shiny, I love it. And a hack that I have, if the glitter like falls underneath where you want it, take, where is it? Like one of these, I don't know what they're called, but like these scrapey things that you use for your eyebrows usually, and you can just kind of scrape it off with this, and it doesn't, if you just do it lightly, it doesn't mess up your makeup, and it gets rid of the glitter from any unwanted places. So that's a good little hack. So there's that under eye glitter. And now back to eyeshadow. Now we're gonna do like the eyeliner portion of the makeup. A very thin, flat brush like that. Because Wonyoung, she puts like a line under her eye to kind of extend her lash line. So I'm just going to, so first of all, I'm gonna start in the middle of my eye. And I'm just gonna kind of drag it out a little bit. Just to create a slight little line right there. And I'm not gonna drag it past my actual eye, because I think that's not good, because that's like extending your eye. So make sure you're not like extending your eye this way. I just drag it to where my eye naturally ends. So I'm doing that on this eye as well. Take this palette once again, and this brush that I just used for my under eye, and I'm gonna take this super dark shade. It's darker than my one that I use right here. You don't want that one to be too dark, because you want your eyeliner to be darker. But now I'm just going to do a very thin eyeliner. And eyeshadow eyeliner is a lot easier for beginners because it's easier to like wipe off compared to liquid eyeliner. So that's what the eyeliner looks like. Now your eyes are looking super cute. And I also want to make sure, I'm going to take this NYX highlighter again, just to kind of put some more highlight on the inner of my eye. Don't forget that. And yeah, now the only thing left for the eyes that I'm going to do, well, one of the only things, is you want to curl your lashes and put on mascara. For mascara, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Stretch and Strengthen mascara, because I barely have eyebrows. I barely have eyelashes, and this is just what works best for me. And I'm actually feeling a little bit different, so I might go ahead and do eyeliner too. And I'm just going to go over, I'm just going to use any eyeliner, and I'm just going to go over where I already put. And for mascara, don't forget your bottom lashes. Okay, so I went ahead and put on lashes, and the lashes I used are Shania. I don't know. They look really dead because I've used them a lot, but they are from Amazon, I believe. Just like a manga lashes. Last but not least, the lips, which is something like Wonyoung. It's very blessed in, I guess. She has pretty plump lips. And for these, I have multiple shades I could use. All these Romand lip tints, or I have this one as well. And yes, these are all from YesStyle. You know I gotta promote. Go use my code, get these, because they're like so pretty. I'll show you actually. It's the shade Taffy. It's a pretty pink. No, maybe I'll use both. And then I'll go over it with this as well to make it a little darker. Yeah, so, oh, I almost forgot. One of the most important things, her beauty marks. Okay, so she has one usually like by her lip, which I kind of actually have a natural one there. You can't see it because I put makeup over it, but I think it's like right. Yeah. But she usually has one by her lip and by her eye. So I'll also put one. Perfect. Now you are officially Wonyoung herself. This is the final look. I'm gonna go stand in front of my window so you can see it in like daylight. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful in any type of way if you were trying to achieve the Wonyoung makeup look and you just didn't know how to. We learned together today, because I've never done this before, but I think it turned out pretty well. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try this out, and make sure to like and subscribe if you would like to see more like this. And that's all. Bye bye. Oh, and thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. That was a lot faster than I expected, so I appreciate it. Hearts, hearts. Okay, now bye bye. Bye.